Doctor Who has been a series that has been gracing our screens for over 60 years now, and in that time it's accumulated a number of spin-offs as well as many video games. From the early 80s to the late 90s, Doctor Who released 5 video games during and past its original run of the series, when it would then lay dormant till 2005, where a new era of Doctor Who begins. It wouldn't be until 2010 where our 11th Doctor, portrayed by Matt Smith, along with Karen Gillan as Amy Pond, and then later in the series, Arthur Deville as Rory Williams, that we will enter our new era of Doctor Who video games. Doctor Who The Adventure games released back on June 5th, 2010 and were developed by Sumo Digital. They were available for free in the UK via the BBC's website and had an episodic release, with the final one being released on October 31st, 2011. They were then made unavailable via the BBC's website in October of 2015. They were also available through Steam from the 17th of May 2014, but were then delisted in May of 2017 due to the publisher of the Steam version, Legacy Games, license running out with the BBC. Doctor Who The Adventure games consists of 5 episodes that give us additional adventures with the Doctor and his companions, as well as face some of the Doctor's iconic foes. So let's start by talking a bit about the gameplay. Doctor Who The Adventure games aim to try to be a light version of point-and-click adventure games like Monkey Island or King's Quest. The game is played in third person, and you can control the Doctor or his companion using both the keyboard and mouse, or just the mouse. There are 3 sections to the gameplay. You have exploration, which are moments where you can look around and interact with the environment. Then we have the stealth sections, which are a large part of the game, and the puzzle sections, which each episode will have its own puzzles. During moments of exploration, you find some objects are highlighted in purple. When you interact with these objects, it will give you a world fact about the object, or a Doctor Who fact if the object is related to Doctor Who, like a piece of a Dalek or a Cyberman. There are also collectibles in the form of cards that are placed throughout the levels, which will have previous Doctors on them, previous companions of the Doctor, as well as foes from Doctor Who's history on them. Now, for most of the game, you're in stealth sections, but they're very simple stealth sections, as the AI are either set in one place, slowly turning left or right, or they move in a set path. They have a vision cone that you can see on the ground. It appears green when not spotted, amber if you've been seen, and red when they attack. Unfortunately, when you normally have your companions with you, they sometimes can lag behind, which can cause them to be caught during these sections. Now, puzzles in this game aren't that difficult, but they do tend to go up in difficulty a bit when you get to the later episodes. Each episode tends to bring its own puzzles into the mix. One puzzle you'll see throughout the episode is the wire puzzle, where you need to connect the coloured dots to each other on the grid, as well as finding the item you need and using it on the object in order to progress. The stories in this game do feel like Doctor Who episodes. Probably helps that the fact that they had Phil Ford, who co-wrote the Waters of Mars episode of Doctor Who, as well as being the showrunner for the Sarah Jane Adventures, and James Morn, who wrote episodes of Torchwood and wrote the Doctor Who episode, The Fires of Pompeii. Murray Gold, who was the current composer for Doctor Who at the time, also composed the music for the game. Episode 1 opens up with the Doctor and Amy in the TARDIS as the Doctor talks about London in 1963 and how at the current moment London is the coolest place to be.
1963. The Beatles' first 2 albums. Sean Connery as James Bond. The Kinks, the Rolling Stones, Mary Quant, John Steed and Kathy Gale. Right now, out there, London is the coolest place, not just on Earth, but the whole galaxy.
As they leave the TARDIS, they are shocked to find that London is in complete ruins. Just as they're trying to find their footing in alternate 1963 London, Amy spots a woman running to a detonator. What is it she's running from? The Doctor's greatest foe, Daleks. Cue the opening title.
Survivor of Earth will be exterminated! Exterminate!
As the opening title finishes, the woman blows up the Dalek and temporarily stuns it and escapes into a manhole. In order for the Doctor and Amy to catch up to her, they must first sneak past the Daleks. Once we get past the Daleks, we can then push this black cab to open up the London Underground.
This looks like it could smash through that barrier. Amy, can you give me a hand?
Sure.
1, 2, 3!
Moving on, we enter the underground and use the sonic screwdriver to open the gate entrance, where we meet the woman now threatening us with a pipe.
Hello. Calm down, we're here to help you.
How can I trust you?
Do we look like Daleks? Us humans have to stick together.
I'm the doctor, by the way.
And I'm Amy.
Sylvia.
We are now formally introduced to Sylvia, and she tells us how the Daleks arrived and how London fell.
They came out of the sky, like they tore a hole in it. Legions of Daleks flying out of it. So many they turned the sky dark. Thousands and thousands of them, thousands!
Exterminate!
Just as the Doctor is piecing everything together, more Daleks show up, and then we enter a new stealth section. We quickly maneuver around these Daleks and catch up to Sylvia, where we then see our first wire puzzle. We head to the exit. Sylvia starts setting up a tripwire trap, and unfortunately is shot and killed by a Dalek.
No!
The Dalek triggers the trap and the Doctor escapes. We now need to head back to the TARDIS and escape, but first we need to go through another stealth section.
Alert!
Oh, Amy got seen. Okay, let's try this again.
Alert! Exterminate!
And she got seen again. Okay, one more time. We make it back to the TARDIS, and we learn that the TARDIS is protecting Amy from being erased, as we now set our course to the home planet of the Daleks, Skaro. We have now arrived on Skaro. In order to leave this room, we must first take a part from this Dalek headpiece in order to get a low-level access key. This is where we get to encounter the main mini-puzzle for this episode, where we have to move pieces through an electrified maze. Once complete, Amy starts to fade in and out of existence, so we then head out to get the parts we need to stabilize her. Sneak past some Daleks, get the 2 parts we need, then head back to Amy. With Amy now in a more stable state, we head to the archive room. Once in the archive room, we go cover to cover in order to reach the 3 consoles we need to access. This is where we play the other minigame puzzle this episode, where we have to match the symbols that are moving along the top. Once all 3 are done, we find out how the Daleks took over Earth.
Let's see what we can see, shall we? Aha! That's the Supreme Council chamber, all right. There's the Emperor.
He is massive.
Occupational hazard. You're sitting on a throne all the time, you're going to put on a few pounds. But that is what I'm interested in.
Is that it? Whatever the Daleks used to wipe out the Earth?
Well, if I was a betting man, yeah. That'd be it. That's interesting. Temporal coordinates.
Interesting to you, maybe, but how do we get anywhere near that thing with all those Daleks around?
Knock politely.
What?
With the coordinates the Doctor gained, we head to the exit elevator to head straight to the top to the council chamber. They are then greeted by the Daleks and then are taken to the Dalek Emperor. The Doctor uses the Emperor's ego against him to get him to show him their weapon, which turns out to be the Eye of Time, and in true Doctor Who fashion, the Doctor and Amy jump straight through it.
No. Your time just ran out. Amy, run.
Exterminate! Exterminate! Exterminate!
Now landed at a point in time before they arrive at the Eye of Time, the Doctor then sets up a trap.
These wires should connect the debris to the generators, and with a zap of the sonic, we should have our trap set. Then all we'll need is a Dalek. Or 2.
And with the first phase of the plan done, we then head to the archives room.
This should do the trick.
Secure column! Prepare to activate the Eye of Time!
The Supreme Dalek. Who else?
What are we gonna do?
We have to release the Eye before the Daleks activate it, then the natural timeline will be restored. The Daleks don't crash Earth and Amy Pond gets born.
That's great, but how are we gonna get past that lot?
What? Like I wouldn't have a plan? Everything we need is in here.
The Doctor comes up with a plan to stop the Daleks from using the Eye of Time, but in order to pull it off, he's going to need some parts first. Now we get to play as Amy, who is currently fading in and out again. We head to get the parts we need, using her current predicament to her advantage. We do the same minigame as before to get the parts and head back to the Doctor. Now with the blinding device made, they head back to the chamber to put the plan into action. Amy takes the device from the Doctor as she can easily get past all the Daleks without getting spotted. She can get to where the Emperor once stood and places the device, blinding all the Daleks in the room. Now with them enraged, shooting everywhere, the Doctor heads to the console to release the Eye of Time and then run to Amy so they can jump through it once more and escape.
Amy?
Doctor?
Now that's what I call door to door. Steady, steady, take it easy.
I'm okay. We did it!
Of course we did it, look. This is Kalan as it should be. Ruined.
But how did we get here?
The eye just spat us back to the point where we entered it.
And Earth?
With the timeline now restored, they see that Skaro remains in ruin and that London is now restored.
Where were you? It's only 10 o'clock. I can look after myself, you know. So what if I am late? It's not the end of the world.
Now, didn't you say something about meeting Ringo Starr?
Episode 2, Blood of the Cybermen, starts with a man named Chisholm running away from something on a skidoo, as we get glimpses of people at a dig site in the Arctic from a month ago. We then get a reveal of a Cybermen arm. We are now with Amy and the Doctor in the TARDIS, as he tells Amy how he taught Elvis to play guitar, when they start to receive a distress signal, and with that, they arrive somewhere in the Arctic Circle.
Where are we?
The Arctic Circle somewhere. And the TARDIS will keep you warm, at least for a while. Now, that signal wasn't too strong, couldn't lock on all that accurately.
It's an earthquake. I mean, an ice quake.
Just a little glacial movement.
Huh, yeah, just a little glacial movement for you and your hobnail boots. We're wearing heels here.
From the look of these, I'd say we're on some sort of floating ice plateau.
Where are you going?
Just a quick look around.
Didn't you listen to anything I just said?
No.
While looking around with the Doctor, we find the skidoo Chisholm was riding and we pick up the sat-nav. The Doctor sees Chisholm on the floor below them and we make our way down to him. We find some rope that we can use to lift him up with, so we toss it up to Amy to tie it onto something.
Amy, can you tie this rope to something, please? We need to find a way to winch this fellow up.
Sure!
As Amy, we can go to the skidoo and tie it onto the back, and then switch back to the Doctor. We then search around for something we can wake Chisholm up with. We look through his backpack to get a flask. We can fill it up with water nearby and then heat it up with the sonic screwdriver.
Here you go. Get some warmth into you. Where am I? You fell. Looks like your ankle is sprained. But I'll soon get you out of here, don't worry.
With Chisholm now up, Amy activates the skidoo and tries to lift him and the Doctor back up, but it falls and crashes to the ground, opening up another pathway. We do some jumping, pushing, and a bit of falling to help Chisholm get back to Amy and the TARDIS. Once back, Chisholm is terrified of going back to where he came. He slips, knocking himself out, leaving the Doctor and Amy to use the sat-nav with the TARDIS to get to the research site. Now that we have arrived, We find out through Chisholm that people have been turned into some form of cyber slaves. We then have a close encounter with a cybergnat, unluckily for Chisholm, who gets bit and then pushes the Doctor out the way and runs into a nearby building. We then head to the main building where the Doctor decides to politely knock on the door, where we are greeted by one of the cyber slaves. While the Doctor is occupied with the cyber slave, we, as Amy, have to use the nearby vent to release some steam to take out the cyber slave. We can then retrieve the key card from his body so we can enter the building. Once inside, we sneak around a cyber slave standing idle. We make our way into a room with an open laptop, but a cybermat is blocking the way. Luckily, we have our sonic screwdriver. On the laptop, we gain more information that we can use to open a nearby door that has a key padlock. We're almost whacked by Elizabeth Meadows, the head researcher. We learn about how the Cybermats inject a nanovirus and how the Cybermen have been under the ice for 10,000 years and must be using the cyber slaves to dig them out. Elizabeth was working on an antidote for the nanovirus, but it's incomplete, which means that the Doctor and Amy have to find the Cybermat so they can sample the virus and finish the antidote. We can now enter the room where that cyber slave was blocking, as it seems to have just left at some point. We see that the Cybermats are using the vent system to get around, so before we think about sending Amy through, we first need to find something we can use as a weapon. We can find what we need in the room further up the corridor. In this room there's a handheld distress beacon, and with that, our first mini puzzle of the episode. We have to line up the sound waves in this puzzle.
Excellent. I've set up the beacon to emit an amplified sonic burst.
So set it off and all the cybermats in the station go bang.
I'm afraid it's not quite that simple. To make sure we take out as many cybermats as possible, we have to drop it right into their nest.
So back to the nest then.
Amy, you're a star. And even brighter than Alpha Ceti Beta 6.
Now armed, we head back to the vent and put our plan into action.
Take the beacon, climb up there, and while I keep the cybermats occupied with the sonic, see if you can open the vent up there.
Okay, I think I can manage that.
And try to avoid any cybermats while you're up there.
Thanks. Doctor of the Flaming Obvious now, are you?
I mean it, they're dangerous. You know what they can do.
Doctor, I see the nest. I'm setting off the beacon.
Amy?
It's all right, I'm fine. Then again, maybe not.
Looks like we have to deal with the cyber slave, so with some quick Dead by Daylight looping, we pull the hanging wires to expose them and flip the light switch to take it out.
Amy! Amy, are you alright?
Men, never around when you want a job doing. Changing a plug, sorting out a cyber slave.
I don't know why I was ever worried about you.
Then collect the sample we need from the Cybermat.
Fort Cecil to GSO Zebra Bay. Fort Cecil to GSO Zebra Bay. Do you read me? Confirming supply delivery.
What? They can't come here. We have to stop them. Fort Cecil, this is GSO Zebra Bay. Stay away. Do you hear me? Stay away.
Do you read us?
It's not working.
The capacitor's blown.
Like that means anything to me.
Look, this is it. I have to get back to Professor Meadows.
Find another capacitor, Amy, get the radio working again and warn Fort Cecil.
And now I'm a radio engineer. Great.
We head back to where Chisholm locked himself away and asks if he knows where to get a part we need for the radio.
Hello, Mr. Chisholm. Are you there?
Why are you still here?
I need to ask you a question. Do you know where I can find a capacitor for the radio? It's broken and we need to warn Fort Cecil.
There's a spare one in my locker. The code is 3245.
Thank you.
And with that, we can go to his locker and get the part we need and send out our warning. Back to the Doctor, it seems that Elizabeth does not understand the meaning of staying put. This is where we get our second mini puzzle of this episode, where we have to match the conditions shown in the top right. We do this by using the green buttons to rotate the colours as the colour balls rotate around and they pass through and take on any colour they pass through. Now that the Doctor and Amy have both completed their task, let's go give Chisholm the serum.
I've developed a serum. It will reverse the nanovirus. Please, come down and take it.
Are you sure it'll work? I've seen what happened to the others. I don't want to end up like that. I'd rather be dead.
I can't be sure how long it will take to work, but believe me, you're going to be all right.
Chisholm takes the serum and helps us get down to the excavation site.
It's a closed environment. There's a retinal scanner to log who goes down there.
Oh, I don't think you're going any further. Let the serum do its job. I can handle things from here. Going down for household appliances and homicidal Cybermen.
Yep, you are so funny.
Now we enter a series of tunnels where we have to navigate and sneak around cyber slaves, as well as phasing through the ground to get to the dig site. Once there, it's revealed that there's a whole Cyberman ship under the ice.
Must have crashed before the last ice age.
And it's just been waiting here for someone to dig it out.
The Cybermen will be in suspended animation, but the ship will have been sentient since it crashed, listening for signs of life on the surface. When it heard the GSO excavating, it sent out the Cybermats. Clever stuff, really. Deadly. Once the Cybermen are awake, they'll complete their mission. Cyber conversion of every human being on Earth.
We now have to make our way up to the control room. As we start to get closer to the top, Amy is captured by some cyber slaves, so the Doctor has to use his sonic screwdriver to go up the slight alternate route to get to the control room. Once there, it's revealed that Elizabeth was a cyber slave. She has Amy and threatens to turn her into a Cyberman if he does not help wake up the Cybermen dormant on the ship.
This ship was caught in a temporal storm and crashed. The cryo systems are too badly damaged for us to repair, to reanimate my cyber brethren. But you, Doctor, you have the genius of a Time Lord.
You want me to wake a Cyberman invasion of Earth? You're mad.
It is your choice, Doctor. Wake them, or your companion becomes the first of a new line of Cybermen.
All right, I'll do it.
We do another colour puzzle and wake up the Cybermen.
Lord, I have reactivated you.
Your protocol has been successful. Now you will be deleted.
But I gave you life.
No, you don't have to kill us.
Cybermen do not require cyber slaves. Cybermen are superior to all.
It's time to rescue Amy. Now for some more stealthing around, but this time trying not to be seen by the Cybermen we just woke up. We make it to the room where Amy is held and quickly remove her strings. Now to create an exit by using the mirrors and the laser in the room to destroy a wall and quickly move past a Cyberman and get back to the control room. We get cornered by some Cybermen, but here comes Chisholm now completely de-cyberfied to save us.
Feeling better, Mr. Chisholm?
I am now.
But what about Fort Cecil? How do we stop the Cybermen?
We turn their own bodies against them.
And you know exactly how to do that.
Of course, I can reprogram the nanoforms in the Cybermen's body chemistry to attack them. At least, I hope I can.
Now we must do the same colour puzzle again to stop the Cybermen, and with that, it's time to get out of here.
Well, that seemed to go according to plan, in the end.
Do you even know what a plan is?
That'll be the Fort Cecil plane.
Not a bad day's work, then. The nanovirus will have reversed with the destruction of the ship. They'll be good as new.
There's going to be a lot of questions.
Most of them asked by someone from UNIT, I dare say. Just mention my name and you'll be okay.
You never said. What is it?
The Doctor. Just the Doctor.
Episode 3, simply called TARDIS, as you can tell by the name, takes place in the TARDIS. We open up with the Doctor trying to prove that not all his holidays end up in disaster. Cue things going wrong, and the Doctor being pulled out the TARDIS, and the opening starts. With the Doctor floating outside the TARDIS, unable to breathe, he uses the game charades to tell Amy what she needs to press on the TARDIS console, boot it back up again.
Oh, you can't breathe. Okay, what do I do? How do I fix it? Quick! Oh, great, we're both terrible at charades. Okay, 2 words. First word. Hurry up! Sounds like you. The Doctor. Hearts. 2 hearts. Monkey, gorilla, King Kong, Tarzan, ribs, chest. Chest. Sounds like chest. Guest. Best. Press? Press doesn't rhyme with chest. Second word. Sounds like face, hair, head. Head. Sounds like head. Bed. Dead? Red? Red. Press red. Okay. Which one? There are loads of red things on here. All of the red things? Okay then.
So we just flip 2 switches on the console and the Doctor can now breathe again.
King Kong? Why would I tell you to press King Kong? Never mind, I'm just glad I can breathe again. The TARDIS reset has automatically extended the air shell. Right, so, here's the thing. We're caught in a riptide in the fabric of space-time. We're stuck in one of the pockets, and we don't have long until the TARDIS gets dragged to the next one. You'll have to find something you can use as a tractor beam and attach it to the console. You should find what you need in the drawing room. Hurry, before the TARDIS gets dragged away. I'll be trapped here with no way back.
And how exactly am I supposed to find the drawing room? I've never been there before.
Right, it's very simple. Take the corridor for about half a mile, turn left, then right again, and then it's your third next right. Go past the weird swirly thing, left, then your other left through the sunroom. Careful not to trip over the sun lounger, then you'll see a green door. Don't go in there. Go right, follow the wall until it gets a bit slimy, then take the lift to the 3rd floor. Drawing room straight ahead. You can't miss it. Easy peasy. Now, that is my private study, so don't mess about with anything. And nobody sits in my chair but me. Good luck.
The Doctor gives us our next objective, and that is to head to the drawing room.
That'll be the time riptide, messing around with the internal structure of the TARDIS. You can fix it by aligning the levers on the mechanical board, make them all point upwards, and be quick. These blue things are chronomites, 4-dimensional creatures that live in the void. Mostly harmless, but blimey O'Reilly, they're itchy.
We go back to the TARDIS console, flip some switches, and then we can head to the drawing room. The drawing room has a lot of Who facts. These will come in handy later, but right now we need to find what we need to make the tractor beam. Conveniently, the TARDIS shaking opens a compartment, and it has exactly what we need in it. We grab the laser screwdriver, in the process knocking over a bottle.
What's happened?
We head back to the TARDIS console, and look, it's our old friend the wire puzzle. Now we just press some buttons on the TARDIS console, and we're able to bring the Doctor back into the TARDIS.
Oh, that's a relief. Did I mention just how itchy those things are?
Once or twice. By the way, you really need to tidy that drawing room, and I owe you a new thingy of aftershave.
Aftershave? I don't have any. We're sliding on to the next pocket!
Oh good, a bell, because the other alarms weren't louded up!
That's the cloister bell. It means something is very, very wrong, and I don't know how to... fix it. That's weird.
Doctor? Where's he gone now? Oh, great. Would anything else like to go wrong? Anything at all?
With the Doctor and Amy now separated, we need to look at the TARDIS console to find out where in time we are and how to fix it.
Make your mind up. Am I here or 1,000 years in the future? Here or future? Here? Future?
Back to the drawing room.
No. That's impossible. It had a triple deadlock force field. That means the entity has escaped.
Turns out that bottle Amy knocked over was an aftershave after all. So let's just pick up the pocket watch and then pick up the crystal from the bracelet we made Amy back in episode 1, where we get the mini maze puzzle again. Now we head back to the TARDIS console, where we then do another mini maze puzzle to assemble the pieces, and then head back to the drawing room to pick up the radio from episode 2, and then do the frequency puzzle again. Now back to Amy, where she's been attacked by a glowing orb. During this, the Doctor's message appears.
Amy, it's me. Well, a recording of me, but that's neither here nor there. Unlike us, who are both here and there, in a sense.
Oh, stop rambling!
Anyway, I'm rambling. The time riptide has destabilised a force field which was trapping a sort of glowy, blobby thing called the Entity. It's not aftershave, it's a hungry life form, and it wants to eat the time energy from your past.
It's bad, I get it, talk faster!
There's a lesion in time, separating us by 1,000 years. You're in my future, so I've set this alarm for you. You need to answer some questions to prove who you are. If someone else finds this before you, it'll stop them unlocking the code.
I hope you know your Doctor Who trivia, because this is the main puzzle for this episode, and if you get an answer wrong, you have to start from the beginning again. You can do this by trial and error, but if you go to the drawing room, you can use the Who facts there to help answer the questions. Once complete, Amy receives the device the Doctor made, and they are back together again.
Amy, you did it!
Yay! Go me. I'm still feeling a bit wobbly though.
Well, time for the Doctor to deal with the orb eating Amy's time.
No, I must lead.
Stop hurting my friend now. Give her back her time or I'll never let you eat again. I have a good mind to just leave you in there. But I keep my word. Chronomites. 4-dimensional void creatures streaming through the time riptides for infinity. Eat their past and they just circle back around again, unharmed. You can stuff your face. If you have a face, I don't know. Now, are you going to behave yourself?
This is acceptable. Release me.
You didn't mention the itching.
No, completely slipped my mind.
And with that, you can choose to walk around the TARDIS and interact fully with the TARDIS console as Amy or the Doctor before going to the next adventure. To finish off the episode, you switch to the Doctor, and with a 60-second timer, you have to start the TARDIS, which is pretty cool.
And we're off at last. Pull the space and time throttle to adjust the speed. Now, where were we? Oh yes, sightseeing, somewhere nice.
And no trouble this time?
Where's the fun in that? Oh, hang on, I know just the place. You'll love it. It's very quiet, peaceful, and perfectly safe. Here we are, London after the Great Flood of the 23rd century.
Episode 4, Shadows of the Vashta Nerada, starts right where the last episode ends and is technically the last episode of Season 1 of the Adventure game. We open up with the giant shark trying to get Amy and the Doctor as they quickly escape, and the shark destroys the tunnel that leads back to the TARDIS. The Doctor explains where they are and what is currently going on with Earth at this time.
So what is this place?
Subaquatic community. Isn't it amazing? When the oceans rose, 75% of Earth's landmass drowned. Humanity built its own new islands and moved on to the ocean bottom to farm and mine for minerals. You're a resourceful lot, you humans. That's why I love you. You're moving anywhere, a bit like hermit crabs.
Crabs? Yeah, thanks a lot.
Poseidon 8, that's the closest. Come on, be rude not to say hello.
We then make our way to Poseidon 8, while the giant shark constantly tries to break every tunnel we enter. and at the end of each tunnel, you have to play a memory sequence puzzle to progress each time. This goes on for about 3 minutes till we finally meet our first character for this episode, Martin Flanagan, and Jones, the AI computer.
The Doctor, Amy. You?
Martin Flanagan. Doctor? Then there's a hospital ship up top. You came down in a bathysphere?
Is that like some newfangled 23rd century coroner bath? Only no coroners.
She's still getting used to the pressure.
Oswald must have gotten SOS out. Maybe Jones will let me into Poseidon. Now there's medical help.
Who needs medical help?
The sickness. It's taken everyone on the base. Oswald has put the place on lockdown. That's why Jones won't let me in. I was working a harvester out on the prairie. That creature attacked us. Killed Pat, the base leader. I'm the only survivor. And then Jones wouldn't let me in. Because of the quarantine. The creature had knocked out communications. I've been stuck here 2 days.
What kind of idiot is this Jones?
It's a computer.
The Doctor manages to convince Jones to let them through the door.
It's been a relief to talk to someone who understands me, Doctor.
Oh boy, I think you've pulled.
Well, I can see the attraction.
We then meet 2 more crew members, Oswald and Dana, as we learn more about the situation going on at the base.
You're not looking too good, Ozzy.
Get away from me.
He's just trying to help.
Bingo, well observed. Who are you?
Dana Tanaka. I'm the Poseidon medic. The sickness kills off the red blood cells. It doesn't respond to anything. We've confined non-essential crew to their quarters.
If he's not from the hospital ship, where did he come from? There's too much weird stuff going on around here.
It's the lights.
Well, what are you scared of? It's not just a sickness, is it?
They hide in the shadows. They come in the dark.
What does?
Vashta Nerada.
Martin!
Well, rest in peace, Martin. Amy and the Doctor head back to repower the generators, but now the tunnels are too dark to pass through safely because of the Vashta Nerada. Luckily, we can boost the lights with the switch nearby. We have to do a quick skill check minigame, then run straight down the tunnel. We have to do this for each dark tunnel until we get to the generator room. I love how fast they make Amy zoom down these tunnels. We have made it to the generator room, where we get our first encounter with the Vashta Nerada and the first environmental puzzle for the episode. In order to get rid of the Vashta Nerada, we have to move some boxes in order to change the pathing to a small section where we can turn on the lights. Unfortunately, Amy can still get caught as she still lags a bit behind when she follows you. Once done, the Doctor picks up an environmental status chip from one of the bodies that activates when it detects radiation, and it appears to have already been activated.
Hello. Environment status chip indicates dangerous radiation, and it's been activated.
Radiation? This is turning into such a great place. But shouldn't we get this generator working before the lights go out and the Vashtas hear the dinner bell?
Good point, Amy. Time to restart the generator. Oh look, it's our old friend the wire minigame, but it's not enough to bring the power back on. Now as Amy, we have to find the button to flush the generator vents to help bring the power back on. Now the lights in the tunnels are on, but they're moving in a sequence. We just have to follow along carefully because at full speed we're a bit faster than the lights changing. And once we turn the vents on, we backtrack, and oh look, it's the minigame again, back for round 2. The Doctor pieces together that the flash of light seems to be the cause of the alien shark and the Vashta appearing here, so it's time to give Jones a visit to see what information we can get.
Hello, Jones, me old mucker. Can you have a butcher's at this for me?
Certainly, Doctor. It's a standard environment status chip issued to all Poseidon personnel. That's strange. I'm picking up some unknown radiation. I'm supposed to be able to identify every possible type of radiation. My sensors must be damaged.
No, your sensors are working perfectly, Jones. You can't identify it because it's alien, and I'm fairly sure I can fix it too.
With that, the Doctor's suspicions were right in it being alien. We go back to Dana and Oswald and we tell them that we could synthesize a cure for the sickness. Dana's up for trying it, but Oswald, on the other hand, not so much.
Doctor, it's too dangerous. We've got one chance, and it's these pods. Now, this is a restricted area. Get out!
Well, time to head back to the tunnels once again to find all the ingredients we need to make a cure. With the help of Dana, she inputs the access codes. So we just need some oil, sea sprouts, and some mushrooms. With the cure now synthesized...
Sorry, all out sugar lumps.
Oh, is that witch's brew really going to fix me?
You'll feel better, I promise. Got a kick, isn't it? Yeah, that's the sea worm extract.
You have got to be kidding me.
The doctor's patented Vortron radiation elixir, 100% effective. Caution, you may grow hair on the palm of your hand.
We can then head off to activate the base scanner, then head back to the lab to find out where it's coming from. Turns out it's coming from a shipwreck, the USS Eldridge. I'll let the doctor explain this part.
That's the source of the radiation?
But you said Vortron energy came from some sort of vortex. That's just a shipwreck.
Oh, no, Amy Pond. That is the shipwreck of the USS Eldridge.
Yeah, like that means anything.
The Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, the 20th of October, 1943. Project Rainbow.
Nope. Still not getting it.
The US Navy experiments with Einstein's unified field theory to make their warships invisible. Instead, they break the laws of transdimensional physics. They open a gateway and the Eldridge travels across the world and back again in the blink of an eye. Every man on board is either killed or goes insane.
So what's it doing on the seabed?
My people took steps to stop the experiment.
Your people?
Time Lords. We'll catch up another time.
The gateway was unstable and the Eldridge disappeared again before they could neutralize it.
And now it's here and the gateway is still open. The Vashta Nerada and that shark thing, they came through it.
Exactly. And we have to close it.
Oswald is determined to get people off this base, so he holds up the Doctor and Amy with a harpoon gun and ties them up so they don't get in his way.
What are you playing at? And how did you get out of those ropes?
Harry Houdini. Long story. No time, and arguing about the pods was just wasting more of it. We need to get to the TARDIS, and quickly.
The TARDIS? How?
Jones, show me the service system now.
Watertight service trenches run beneath Poseidon. Although seabed tunnels connecting with your craft's sealed location have been destroyed, access is achievable.
And with that, it's time to head back to the TARDIS and make our way to the USS Eldridge. Once on the USS Eldridge, it's time to go and follow the lights down some dark corridors till we reach the valve, which the Doctor will hold in place and then switch to Amy to find another route. We now come to our next environmental puzzle. We have to lure the patrolling divers into the centre room to flush them out. This part is a bit tedious as you have to get seen, then run into the room, then hope they walk in, and if you get caught, you have to try again.
Finally! Thanks, Amy. I thought I was going to be stuck out there for good.
Nah, just until I cleared away the danger.
What danger?
Exactly.
Now to finish the job. We need to find the accelerator and shut it down.
Now to make our way to the generator so we can close the gateway. We have to make our way up as Amy while dodging the hazards along the way, to then do the same as the Doctor as we have a very slow diver making their way behind us. And with that slightly anticlimactic finish, we send the alien shark and the Vashta back to where they came from.
Ah, there they go. Back to the surface. I dare say daylight never looked so good.
What about you two?
We'll take the next pod. Oswald is responding well to your meds, but the pod's SOS beacons will bring a hospital ship. We need to get everybody checked out.
I'm sorry, Doctor. I acted like an idiot. We saw the Vashta Nerada sucked out of the pods when you shut down the Eldritch. You saved our skins. Really.
Well, I couldn't leave you just sitting in the dark, could I?
Whoever you are, wherever you come from, we owe you everything. We've just had our harvest, and I'd be honoured if the two of you would join us for Christmas dinner.
Oh, that would be brilliant. I am starving. What are we having?
Oswald's prize crop.
Oh, marvellous. What's that then?
Sea pumpkins.
Sea pumpkins?
Sea pumpkins?
You'll love them.
And that's the end of Season 1 of the Doctor Who Adventure Games. The idea of adventure games based off Doctor Who is brilliant, and it fits well for the world of Doctor Who, but there's a lot of ups and downs. It starts off very stealth heavy and does not have much of the exploration part of adventure games, along with not really combining items together, or having an item that you might not use till much later in the game for a puzzle. The puzzles themselves are quite simple and being mostly mini-games, but the episodes themselves do feel like Doctor Who episodes, and the characterization of the Doctor and Amy feel like the show as well. Towards the end, it felt like they were starting to get a good balance of what they wanted these adventure games to be, and we'll see this in the final episode for this game series. I'd just like to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, subscribe and check out my other videos on my channel. Hopefully, I can get the second part of this out sooner rather than later, but it will come out when it comes out. But until then, see you next time.